Did you know that most people fail a job interview in the first 60 seconds? It is crazy, right? But it is true. It is not because they are not smart. It is not because they don't have the skills. It is because they do not know how to introduce themselves. They freeze. They get nervous. They mumble. And today, we are going to fix that. Because if you want to be a champion in life, you have to speak like one.
Exactly. The introduction is your power moment. It is the moment you tell the world, I am here. I remember walking onto the tennis court for the first time as a professional. I was terrified, but I had to project confidence. I had to show them who Serena was before I even hit the ball. And that is what English learners need to do. You need to control the narrative from the very first hello.
Welcome back to the Fun English Channel. I am LeBron James, and I am honored to be sharing this microphone with the greatest of all time.
And I am Serena Williams. Thank you, King James. Today, we are coaching you on the ultimate skill, the introduction. We are going to break it down into 5 quarters, or, well, 5 steps. Name, origin, job, family, and hobbies. And we are going to share some real stories from our lives to help you remember the vocabulary.
Let's get straight into it. Step 1. The name. This sounds simple, but people overthink it. You have 2 options. You can say, I am LeBron, or my name is LeBron. Both are perfect. But the secret sauce? The secret is the nickname. In American culture, giving someone your nickname is a sign of trust. It says, we are friends.
That is so true. Using a nickname changes the energy of the room. It makes you approachable. For example, my full name is Serena Jamaica Williams, but if I introduce myself at a business meeting, I might say, hello, I am Serena Williams. However, if I am meeting new friends or teammates, I will say, hi, I am Serena, but you can call me Rena, or my mom calls me Mama Smash.
Mama Smash. I love that. For me, everyone knows my name, but I still introduce myself. I usually say, I am LeBron James, but you can call me Bron or King James. When you tell people you can call me, you are inviting them into your circle. So students, I want you to practice this structure. My name is your name, but you can call me nickname.
Now, let's move to step 2. Origin. Where are you from? This is deep for us. We don't just come from a city. We come from a community. Usually, English learners say, I am from London, or I am from Brazil. That is correct grammar. But if you want to connect emotionally, use the phrase, I grew up in.
I grew up in... That phrase is powerful. It talks about your history, your roots. I am from the United States. But that doesn't tell you who I am. I always say, I am just a kid from Akron. I grew up in Akron, Ohio. It is a small city. It is cold in the winter, but it taught me everything about loyalty and hard work. When I say I grew up in Akron, people understand my struggle and my motivation.
Absolutely. Place shapes character. For me, I was born in Saginaw, Michigan, but I always tell people I grew up in Compton, California. Compton in the 90s was tough. We practiced on public tennis courts. There was glass on the floor. Sometimes we heard bad things happening outside. But growing up in Compton gave me my fight. It made me hungry for success. So when you introduce yourself, don't just say your country. Tell us your city. Tell us where you grew up.
That is a great lesson. Now, step 3, the job. Or as we say in business, what do you do? This is where people get stuck in a box. They say, I am a student, or I am a teacher, and they stop there. But you are more than one thing. In 2024, everyone has a /career. You are a student /artist. You are a waiter /musician.
Yes, the slash. I love that. If I introduced myself only as a tennis player, I would be lying. That is only one part of me. I usually say, I am a professional tennis player, an entrepreneur, and a fashion designer. You need to be proud of all your roles. Don't minimize yourself. Use the word and. I am a mother and a CEO. I am a driver and a student.
I am the same way. People see the jersey, but I introduce myself as a businessman. I am an investor. I own a production company. I started a school. So I say I am a basketball player and a philanthropist. And remember the grammar rule, guys. Always use the article a or an before your job. You cannot say, I am doctor. You must say, I am a doctor. I am an engineer.
I am an entrepreneur. That is a hard word to say, but it is useful. Okay, step 4. This is the heart of the conversation, the family. When someone says, tell me about yourself, mentioning family makes you human. You don't need to give your DNA history, just the basics. I am married. I am single. I have 2 kids.
Family is my #1 priority. I have been with my wife, Savannah, since we were in high school. We grew up together in Akron, so I always say, I am a husband and a father. I have 3 kids, 2 boys, Bronny and Bryce, and my daughter, Zuri. Being a dad is my favorite job. It is harder than guarding Kevin Durant, honestly.
Nothing is harder than toddlers, LeBron. I am a mother to 2 beautiful daughters, Olympia and Adira. Olympia is like a mini-me. She wants to wear my heels. She wants to play tennis. Talking about my kids makes me smile, and that makes the introduction warmer. If you don't have kids, talk about your siblings. I have 2 brothers. I have a twin sister.
Or talk about your pets. I know people who treat their dogs like children. You can say, I have a golden retriever. That is a great conversation starter. But Serena, speaking of conversation starters, we need to talk about step 5, hobbies. What do you do for fun?
This is important because it shows your personality. We use the phrase, I like to, or I enjoy. But please, don't just say, I like music. That is boring. Be specific. I like listening to 90s R&B. I like cooking spicy food. Specifics create connection.
Exactly. For example, everyone knows I love Taco Tuesday. It is my thing. On Tuesdays, my family gathers around, we make tacos, we make guacamole, it is loud, it is messy. So I can say, I enjoy cooking tacos with my family. But I also have a sophisticated side. I am a big wine guy. I enjoy drinking red wine. It helps me relax after a game.
I have seen your wine collection, Braun. It is impressive. For me, my secret hobby is karaoke. I love singing karaoke. I am not a professional singer, okay? But I have passion. I love singing Disney songs. I will sing The Little Mermaid at the top of my lungs. It is how I release stress.
I need to see a video of that immediately. See, guys? Saying I like karaoke is much more interesting than saying I like music. It gives us something to talk about. Now, Serena, before we finish, I want to do a rapid fire round. I will ask you typical introduction questions, and you answer fast. Ready?
I was born ready. Serve the ball.
What is your full name?
Serena, Jamaica, Williams.
Where do you live now?
I live in Florida. It is hot and sunny.
Do you have any brothers?
No brothers, but I have sisters. We are a girl squad.
What is your favorite food?
My mother's chicken and dumplings. It is soul food.
What is your morning routine?
I wake up at 6 a.m. I pray, I drink water, and then I chase my kids around the house. What about you, LeBron? What is your morning routine?
I wake up at 5 a.m. I meditate. I drink espresso. And then I go to the gym to lift weights. Consistency is key.
That is why you are still playing at this level. Okay, let's bring it home. We have covered name, origin, job, family, and hobbies.
Now, we need our students to take action. We don't just want you to watch this video. We want you to participate.
Yes, in the comments below, we want you to introduce yourself, but try to use the hybrid style we taught you. Don't just say, I am Juan. Say, I am Juan. I grew up in Madrid, and I enjoy playing soccer.
Add a detail. Tell us about your Taco Tuesday or your karaoke. We want to know the real you.
And remember, confidence is not about being perfect. My English is my first language, and even I make mistakes sometimes. I stutter, I forget words. It happens to everyone.
Confidence comes from preparation. Practice your introduction in the mirror. Say it 10 times. Say it until you believe it. Because if you believe it, we will believe it.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Fun English channel. If you learned something today, please subscribe and share this video with a friend.
We are building a community of champions here. Keep striving for greatness. Keep practicing.
See you next time. Bye.
Peace out.